Hey, how's it going, guys? Welcome back to another Snowbreak Containment Zone video, and I want to share some news with you guys. Some very unfortunate news. Snowbreak Global did release a tweet. To summarize the tweet, they're basically censoring a few things, and they're also removing a few skins. I know some of you guys want to overreact. Let me explain the situation. The only reason they're doing this is because before the rating changes, all of these things that were in the game was not rated M at the time, so Snowbreak is basically forced to censor a few things. The future of this game is still a very bright one, right? The battle might have been lost here, but I do think Snowbreak still won the war. Even the developers themselves have even stated this. Yes, you know, this is a setback, but because the game was not rated M at the time, they were forced to make a few changes. But now that the game is rated M now, 1.7 and onwards, the game is still going to be going on a lewd direction. So for those of you that are overreacting, you should stop, because this is just a minor setback. This is not going to affect the future of the game. I think this is like a plot from the gacha cartel to plant seeds of distrust among the player base. Now, if you're not aware of it, this is more than just a conspiracy. I think this is a fact at this point. There are people out there, especially on CN, that don't want to see Snowbreak succeed. Whether it's because the game caters to the male audience, which is most likely true, or maybe it's because some Hoyo shills are scared that there's a developer out there that's actually listening to the audience. Snowbreak CN VAs were getting harassed by even Hoyoverse CN VAs. I know Zhongli's VA was talking shit about Snowbreak VAs, which is ironic because I think Zhongli's VA was also in like some yaoi stuff. So it's ironic that, you know, he was talking shit about Snowbreak VAs voicing softcore porn, but Zhongli's VA was in a yaoi animation apparently. Anyways, a ton of CN VAs basically had to leave Snowbreak. A few stayed. Yao, Cherno, and Kadia stayed. So there are definitely groups of people out there that don't want to see Snowbreak succeed. Now, if you already purchased these skins, it's not going to affect you in any way. It's not just skins that are getting affected, but an interactable scene is also getting affected. Enya's nurse outfit scene is also getting removed from the game. But if you already purchased it, then you don't got to worry about it going away. So for those of you that are overreacting, calm down. This is just a minor setback that Snowbreak has to deal with in order to move on to a brighter future. I also want to point out that if you're not modding Snowbreak, now might be a pretty good time to learn how to mod it. If you want some looter skins, or if you want to see your characters nude, you could just mod Snowbreak. Not to mention the skins that are getting removed from the game, they might actually just be modded in, or you could just mod in better skins. I know some people might think that Google might be responsible for this, since Google delayed the update for Snowbreak Containment Zone, but I do think it's most likely coming from the CCP. I want to talk more about this gacha cartel going on, because for one thing, it's definitely true. Even the developers themselves have made a claim that, you know, there are people out there that do not want to see Snowbreak succeed. For the past few years, whenever a game comes out that's catering to the male audience, there always seems to be an issue with those games. There's never been any issue with otome games that cater to the female audience, but when there are games that cater to the male audience, there always seems to be an issue. Black Myth Wukong is a pretty good example. The game has no waifus in it, but it does have, you know, cool looking characters, cool gameplay. The male characters don't look like bundles of sticks. Things that can appeal to the male audience, right? Badass, cool looking things. And people have a problem with this game. Tourists, really, right? Tourists have a problem with these games that cater to the male audience. And the irony is that these games have a massive following. They get a massive success. Anyway, Snowbreak developers did acknowledge that they know that there are groups of people out there that don't want their game to succeed, but the Snowbreak devs are not gonna let them slow them down, right? They're still gonna keep going with the direction of the game, the lewd harem direction that the game is going. Like if you're looking at Vidya's dorm lines, she basically has lines about making babies with the MC. The direction of the game is still gonna be lewd, but because of a few haters out there, you know, they're basically forced to censor stuff from 1.6 or 1.7 and below. Anyways, that's going to be the end of this video. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below, and I will see you guys later.
Bye-bye now. Come again soon.